a person who has served Guyana well, a distinguished gentleman who has served us first in the Army. He has served there with distinction. Today, he is our Prime Minister. And over the last 5 years, we have seen the work that he has done for us in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the greatest honor and privilege to introduce to the microphone our Prime Minister, your Prime Minister, Guyana's Prime Minister, Brigadier Mark Phillips.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. A round of applause and beg it up for President Mohamed Irfan Ali. A round of applause for our General Secretary, Dr. Brigadier. Tremendous support from our dear First Lady, Madam Arya Ali, and all the young people on stage. 27 under the age of 25, big them up all. Comrades, this is a nice feeling for me. I am the oldest person on the stage, and I'm still looking young. Comrades, I could tell you about crowds. This is the biggest crowd for any activity in Berbice. Today, I'm a member of the Red Army. But I spent 35 years in the Guyana Defense Force, and I used to monitor crowds. And when I became Chief of Staff, I had intelligence officers who were monitoring crowds at every political campaign. And this is the biggest one in Berbice. And I can't help myself, I can continue monitoring crowds. The Red Army, as I mentioned, 2020, is no longer the Red Army, it's the Red Tsunami, according to our General Secretary. It's the Red Tsunami. 2020, we came with our motto, stronger together for a better Guyana. We have grown from strength to strength. Today we are stronger than we ever was in the history of Guyana. And it's only fitting that the motto must now be amended, forward together for a better Guyana. So the Red Tsunami is moving forward together for a better Guyana. You know, I have a story to tell. 5 years ago, sometime in January 2020, at this same location, I complained to the people that I joined the PPP, and the senior leadership of APNU referred to me as African tokenism. And you know what? We ain't had one Guyana concept yet. So I braved all the criticism. all the names they call me, and people like me who joined the PPPC in 2020. And then our president came up with the concept of one Guyana. And we supported him with the one Guyana concept. And today, this is one Guyana. This is one Guyana. When I look out here, I see African Guyanese. I see East Indian Guyanese. When I came in, I shook hands with Amerindian Guyanese, Portuguese Guyanese, and the mixed Guyanese, the mixture, that is Guyana. Comrades, we have achieved one Guyana, and we need to build on it. Shared prosperity to all the people of Guyana. We have went into every community with our people-centered approach. We listen to you, and remember it happened during COVID. We were restricted from doing many things. We put on masks. We went to you, we listened to you, and we start delivering on the promises we made to you. We had 2 years of COVID in the 5 years, but yet we build the streets in your community that you asked for. We build the new schools, the nursery school, the primary school, the secondary school that you asked for. We checked the early figures and we paid a COVID-19 cash grant to every household. In our first budget, we decided that we will burn our bellies and pay 200,000 school children because we care cash grant. And there is a story behind that you must not forget. The PPPC government in 2014 paid the cash grant at $10,000 and the $4,000 for uniform, and they had no revenue from oil and gas. 2014. Remember this. The people in Guyana elected a government that run the affairs of this country in the most incompetent manner from 2015 to 2020, and not a child got a cent from the Because We Care cash grant. You know why? Because they didn't care about your children. They took the money and they did other things. They nice up themselves. Live fancy life, fancy car, fancy scholarships, fancy insurance policy. And when we got back in office, and we didn't get back in office, it wasn't an easy task. Let me tell you another story. We had the election on the 2nd of March, 2020. And by close of business, on the 3rd of March, when all the statements of poll came in, and every political party, including the PPPC, had the statement of polls. Every political party added up, and they knew who was the winner. Our General Secretary, at Freedom House turned to me and said, "Congratulations, Mark, you will be the next Prime Minister." The only reason he could have said that, because he knew without a doubt that we won the elections. The AP and UAFC knew without a doubt that the PPPC won the elections. And they held on, they held on, and they held on, and they tried all kind of legal gymnastics to stay in power. But you know what? Eventually, they had to give in, because the whole world was watching, and the whole world was in supportive of ensuring democracy prevail in Guyana. And the whole world knew without a doubt that the PPPC was rightfully elected and must form the next government. So, comrades, with a 5 months delay, we already had our manifesto. We had already communicated our manifesto to you. But we had to wait 5 months. And there was COVID. And when we assumed office on the 2nd of March 2020, we hit the ground running with all the development plans being implemented for you. So, comrades, you had 5 years of solid, sustained development under the visionary leadership of our President, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali. Comrades, this is serious. Are you going to risk that now? Are you going to risk that now? So, comrades, you have to put your X next to the cup on the ballot sheet. Comrade, this is not a time for risk-taking. This is serious time. You have an opposition who refused to apologize for attempting to rig the election in Guyana. You have a bare-faced set of people who come into you and ask you for your vote. Tell them no. 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 And the only reason you're going to tell them no is because you already seeing the development. You feeling development. And you hearing about the development. You seeing, you feeling, you hearing. And as a previous speaker mentioned, even the Guyanese overseas want to be part of the development. So this is a development for all of Guyana. One Guyana means all Guyana. Comrades, I have friends overseas. When we announced the 100,000 cash grant, and the qualification was 18 years and be a Guyanese, I was bombarded with calls and texts. I'm a Guyanese, I live in New York, can I come home and register for my money? And I said yes, because the General Secretary and the President already in their press conferences said yes. And I lived to see thousands of Guyanese came home from 101 reasons, but they took the time to register because they want to test the system. And when they get a check or they get a notification, even though they fly back home, that the check is ready, they call me and they text me, and all they were saying, thank you government, thank the PPPC. We are now a member of the PPPC. We now support the PPPC. So you have Guyanese throughout the length and breadth of Guyana. You have Guyanese overseas in the diaspora who came to the conclusion that the PPPC is a serious party. When they said they're going to do something, let us do it. Promise made, promise delivered. Comrades, when you raise an issue with us, when you ask me a question about development, we take notes. We promise you that we will go to the drawing board. You're going to hear from us. And many times when you wake up in the morning, the earth moving equipment already doing the road. The excavator clearing the drain. And you busy calling to find out how it happened. Because you feel it was a miracle, right? But you have a government that believes in you. You have a government that will continue to deliver the public goods and services that you demand. Every day that will keep us awake. This is not a government that when you ask them something, you're going to get an answer like, very soon, very shortly. You're getting a positive answer. Not very soon, very shortly. The answer is, we will get it done for you. And you will always vote for government that will get things done for you. You and your children. Your children is your future. Today, a child comes into the world in Guyana and we say, compliments of the PPPC, welcome to the world. Here is $100,000 for your parents to help in your upbringing. And as the child grows, when the child gets into nursery school, every year you will get $50,000 or in the future more. When the child goes into primary school, they will continue to get the money. They get money for the school uniform. They get money for the school books. The child goes into secondary school. They get money for the school uniform, the school books, and the because we care. That is what our government stands for, providing for the people every day. And the child will go on to university. The child will go on to university, which is free. But before that, the CXC we paying for that now. So you not to pay for no CXC. All you got to do is ensure this child do their homework, ensure they get rest, ensure they sleep, ensure they do some housework. Because it's part of developing the personality of the child, around the personality. And Guyana's future is secure. You, your child, and your caring government that we represent here. Comrades, we are here with you. We are here with you, and we will remain with you during the good times and during the bad times. As we say, during thick and thin, we will be with you. If Blackbush Polder and Yakusari flood out, we will be the first to go in there and deliver relief to the people. And we have done that every year since we were in government. When the water go down and you're ready to replant, we are there with the 1 bag of fertilizer per acre and the seed paddy for you. We don't tell you rice is private business. Rice is you and we business, all of we business. Because when you grow the rice and you benefit from your profits, you pay your taxes and everything happens easily in Guyana. We have money to do the drainage and the irrigation. So when the next crop comes around, you have all the safeguards. You have all the security. And as a government, we're talking about crop insurance now, right? So during the next 5 years, you'll have crop insurance, right? All these things will come on board because we're building a modern Guyana. The way we've been doing things for the last 100 years, some of it is good, but there are a lot of improvements in technologies, techniques, modern way of doing things, and we incorporating that. We training you, we're educating you, and we ensure you get the necessary knowledge and equipment to modernize everything that we do in Guyana. So this is not just about infrastructure alone. This is about education. This is about empowerment. Youths are no longer being known as the leaders of tomorrow. They're leading today because we want them with us side by side leading. And no better example than a young president and our General Secretary, even though he's not so young now, he was young when he became president. Comrades, history is a great teacher. Go and read some of the articles or the Western Trial. When Dr. Teddy Jagan formed the PPP party, he was a young man. And all his supporters there were him. They were young people. His wife was young. All the other members were young. Even Phillips Burnham, who joined them afterward, but there's another story. He was young too. You know why? Because Dr. Jagan recognized that having young people with their knowledge, with their youth, with their exuberance, it was what was required to move Guyana forward many, many years ago. The same thing is required to move Guyana forward today. Comrades, remember the recent history. When the AP and UFC won in 2015, they bring back a whole set of retirees. Some people retired 21 years before 2015. Come and become ambassador, chief executive officer, chairman of board, and all them things. And the young people in the APNU complain. Many of them wrote letters in the papers, how they campaigned with them. And now they win the election and they bring a whole set of old friends and family and give them big position. We will never do that to you. Everybody that we put in position, they are young, not so young, and they're Guyanese who were tried and tested here in Guyana. They struggle with us. Comrades, these are the things that you must remember. I don't want you only to remember the health center, the new hospital, the new road. Those are things that we will continue to do once we're in government. The new schools, the money that you get, all the actions that we took to keep the cost of living in a stable situation, and you will hear more of that later. But we took some decisions that cost billions of dollars to ensure that you not only survive, but thrive in Guyana. Many of you are home owners for the first time over the last 5 years. Isn't that so? Many of you register your businesses and you own your own businesses for the first time in 5 years, 2020 to now. Over 60,000 new employees in all sectors, private sector, public sector, you name it, anywhere in Guyana. People who own their own business and employing people too. Ours is a government, a visionary government that has implemented policies that were designed to make you thrive here in Guyana. So you move from surviving under the APNU to thriving under the PPPC first storm 2020-2025. And you go to higher heights 25 to 2030. Isn't that so? So you vote in, you give it the big man, the next storm. Isn't that so? And comrades, I am also a big man, but I will be here to support the bigger man. Comrades, there are more promises that will come, but I wish to tell you that in the next storm, we will finish the gas to energy project and your cost of electricity will reduce by 50%. Comrades, that last road in your community that is still to be done, we will continue until it's done. Every region will have housing development plans. That is what we stand for as a government. And we will come to you, as we did in the past, as we are doing now. We will come to you house to house. We will listen to you at your bottom house meetings, and we will continue to craft development plans for you, all the people of Guyana. And it has nothing to do as we said, after we won the election, and in our manifesto in 2020, we don't care who you vote for. When we bring in development, it's for everybody. One Guyana, share prosperity. So forward together for a better Guyana is a continuation of one Guyana, a continuation of growth for all Guyanese, a continuation of shared prosperity, a continuation of development in every community in this country. That is what we stand for, that is what we delivered, and that is what we will continue to deliver in the next 5 years development cycle. So comrades, now that you understand, now that we're ready to move forward together, you will listen to the other two heavyweights in their speech. Keep the focus. Vote PPPC. The only party that makes sense. The only party that making sense in Guyana today. PPPC. Thank you very much.
Let us put it on for the Prime Minister of our country.